Happy evening, friends. After a long time, I would like to interact with you. I would like to discuss a concept, namely emotional intelligence or emotional quotient. Daniel Goleman, who is a pioneer in introducing this EQ concept. And Goleman's 5 components of EQ. He suggested an umbrella term for interpersonal skills. That means EQ consists of 5 components. The first one is self-awareness. The second one is self-regulation. Third one is intrinsic motivation. Fourth one is empathy. Fifth one is social skills. So if you are able to understand these concepts, and then you will be the most successful leader in your profession, in your career, in your team. So first, what we are supposed to do to understand these concepts? Let us see that. So emotional intelligence starts with understanding your own emotions. That we call it as self-awareness. Then being able to manage your emotions, what we call it as self-regulation, and use them. Use your emotions to achieve your goals. That what we call it as self-motivating, or you can call it as intrinsic motivation. And the next, once you are able to understand and manage yourself, then you start to understand the emotions of and feelings of others. So that we call it as empathy. And finally, to influence them, that we call it as social skills. So like that, Goleman proposed 5 concepts: self-awareness, self-regulation, then self-motivation or intrinsic motivation, then empathy, then social skills. Friends, self-awareness, recognizing your own emotions, strengths and weaknesses, and understanding the impact of these on others. So, revenge, anger, joy, happiness, pleasure, etc. These are all emotions. First of all, you have to understand your emotions, and you can also come to know the impact of these emotions on you and also on others. That what we call it as self-awareness. The second aspect, self-regulation, regulating, managing and expressing your emotions appropriately. So we are all human beings. So naturally we get lot of emotions. How do we express them is important. So, and those emotions, especially negative emotions like anger, you should express in appropriate way. You should control your anger. So that we call it as self-regulations. Being flexible, adapt well to change, good at managing conflict and take responsibility for the actions. And so you must take responsibility for the actions you have done. And not only that, you must be flexible and you must be in a position to resolve the conflicts. That comes under self-regulation. Friends, a very important one is intrinsic motivation, self-motivation. So, and seek a challenge. And it should be driven by internal reward or have a passion, have a burning desire for achieving the challenge you have taken up or a worthy goal you have set. Always look for ways to grow, learn, and show perseverance during the difficult situation. Perseverance during the difficult situation. Right, friends? And that we call it as intrinsic motivation or self-motivation. Then empathy, entering into the shoes of others. If you were in that position, what should be your feelings? That you must understand. That what we call it as empathy. Understand how others are feeling and take an interest in their concerns. Then the more we can relate to others, the better we will be understanding what motives or upsets them. What motivates, not motives, what motivates or upsets them. Friends, then social skills. Building a relationships, interacting and communicating with others comes under social relationships or social skills. Finding common ground, developing rapport and networking with clients and colleagues. Important social skills include active listening, influencing, leadership and collaboration. So they all come under social skills. How to communicate, how to cooperate, how to you take cooperation from them, that what collaboration, or how to motivate them, how you work in a team, how you can understand their emotions, what motivates them, and what makes them to come back. Setbacks, what are the factors for their setbacks, that you must come to know. And this is Goleman's components of EQ. This is known as umbrella team for interpersonal skills. And Daniel Goleman, a pioneer of EQ concept. Now, you to improve the EQ levels and to utilize it in your career is very important now. Now it is believed that EQ is better than IQ levels nowadays. If anybody wants to recruit in their organization, they are looking at your EQ levels rather than IQ levels. That's why I wish all my friends to improve EQ levels. And before improving EQ levels, you must understand these 5 concepts. That is self-awareness, self-regulation, intrinsic motivation or self-motivation, empathy and social skills. These 5 are the concepts of the Goleman's EQ theory. So that's why, so understand your emotions is self-awareness, and keep them under control is self-regulation, and utilize your emotions for setting a worthy goal and take it as a challenge, and achieving them is intrinsic motivation or self-motivation. Understanding the emotions of others, how you will have to behave with them according to their emotions, how those emotions influence you, and how those people will come as the members of your team, and all those comes under empathy. And lastly, social skills, how to collaborate, how to communicate, how to make their services in a better way in a team, how you can lead them, how you can seek a help from them, how you can help them, all come under social skills. These 5 together called as concepts or components of emotional coefficient. Thank you for your patient listening, friends, and Shubham Bhuyat. Namaskar.